speak it though, I speak it though. What's on your mind? What's on your mind is deep though. We'll speak it though. We on the air. Just take it there, I'ma take it there. Hold up. Yeah, I talk about it, but I'm real about it. I speak on it, but don't catch films about it. We can chop it up like it's nothing, baby.
What's going on, everybody? We are back here live here on the OT Radio Show. And man, we got a good show for y'all today. Today, we have Olympic track star right here. Mr. David Verburg just joined us here today. Now, let's go ahead and go through some of the formalities with him, right? He earned 8 international gold medals and an Olympic gold medal, winning in the 400 meters U.S. championship. Off a track, he keep busy. He got his own nonprofit, Healthy Kidz Club for children's health and wellness, and he's a personal trainer, personal coach for business that he got. And my man is a rugby player, y'all. A rugby player, professional rugby player. Went from track and field to professional rugby player. I gotta get some insight on that one. And now y'all know y'all might check him out on a couple of shows, ESPN, Daily Mail, and the Ellen Show, just to name a few. Now we got him here. We want to talk about a couple of things, especially mental health, because it is Mental Health Month. So we're going to dive in that too. So right now, y'all, put your hands together, because I have him here. My people's bringing you in. They bringing you in. What's going on with you, bro?
Hey, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Oh, man, listen, man, it's a pleasure for me to have you on here, man, because, it's definitely an honor, bro. Definitely an honor. So let's just dive into it. You know what I mean? Who is David Verburg? Who are you?
I ask myself the question almost every day. That's a loaded question, my friend. Dan, you hit him with the big ones out the gate. Who is David Verburg? Yeah, man, I'm just a scrawny kid from Kentucky that just having fun out here, man. I'm just happy to be here. To be honest, the long and short of it, I was adopted at 6 weeks old. Lived in 10 different states. Was homeschooled for a long time up until high school. Didn't start running track until my senior year of high school. And then, I was busy doing soccer and football. And my parents said I had to get serious about a sport. So I was like, all right, track it is. And then it just kind of took off from there. 11-time All-American at George Mason. I was blessed to go on to have a 11-year professional track career. 2 contracts with Adidas, a contract with Diadora. 6 USA teams in total, Olympic teams, world teams, and then a USA championship. That's the stuff I've done. Who am I? I'm just a little kid, country kid from Kentucky. I promise you, I'm a little nerd. Like that stuff I've done, I'm a little nerd. Like I'm outside playing with animals and doing dumb stuff. So.
Wow! Wait a minute! Wait! I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's a long resume just to be the regular kid from Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? That's a long resume.
That's what happens when you get raised on a farm, though. You get big dreams and you just want to get out there and go. So
right.
That's what happens.
So let's dive into that, man. I mean, just like you said, you was in football and all of a sudden now you do track because you had to get serious about it. Let's talk about that a little bit. You being in track and field, man. How was the training like? Being in track and field, bro. Because a lot of people really don't know. Like, I see the people running around, right? I go to the track meets and I see them, but then I'm like, bro, like, let's talk about the training aspect of it.
Yeah, people honestly don't understand because everyone says, like, oh, it's just running. Like, I can run. It's like, you can run, but can you run well? Can you run efficiently? Are you trying to maximize every ounce of your limbs to propel yourself forward? At the same time, your body is telling you to stop. Like your energy system is shutting down. Like your nervous system is shutting down. Everything is shutting down. I run the 400, so it's a brutal race. So everything's telling you to stop, and you're having to tell yourself to, shut up. I'm gonna keep going.
Right.
So the training is brutal. The training is what gets people out of there. Because racing is kind of fun. I say kind of because it's nerve wracking at the end of the day. Racing's fun. I love competing, but the training is day in, day out. Like there's nobody there cheering you on. Like maybe your coach is not even there, but you have to beat the clock every day. Every day is racing this time, every single day, and you never win. Crazy enough, right? Like And you never really beat the clock. Even if you hit your time, you always want to do a little bit more. So every day, just like, dang, I gotta get back out there.
Hmm. Man, so but I did a little bit of research on you, man. Right? You had asthma.
Yeah.
Bro? How did you run track and have asthma? Like, yo, you're gonna have to break that one down to me, bro. Like, for real.
Yeah, I had severe asthma. Almost died when I was 12. I was in the ICU for 3 days, helicopter ride, the works. Like
Wow.
it was bad. It still is bad. Like if I get too sick, if I get sick, it can be a slippery slope.
Hmm.
But so doctors, doctors said for a long time I wasn't gonna be able to play sports, and I'm a stubborn kid. You can ask my parents, you can ask my friends, my
Uh-huh.
coaches. I'm a very stubborn individual. So hearing no, I took that personally. Like I
Hmm.
took it very personal. And so I would just do different things to try to make myself better, right? In the sense that I heard that coffee helped your lungs.
Hmm.
Don't ask me how. Don't ask me. I've done a little research on it, but not enough. So don't ask me to quote it because I'm sure somebody's gonna rip me on it. But I heard that coffee helps for asthma. So I'm like, all right, I'm 12 years old, like trying to sip some coffee, sipping coffee. Like, what are you doing? Like trying to breathe better? And you know what I'm saying? Like doing little stuff and then like breathing exercises, just working on like, okay, like these are the lungs that God gave me, so let me just make them work to the best of their capabilities possible, right? So I'm
Uh-huh.
doing breathing exercises and just trying to expand my lungs and just trying to do different things to make it an even playing field, or as close as I can get. But yeah, I still 2 puffs of the albuterol before activity, and if I get sick, yeah, it's severe asthma. Like not sports induced.
Wow.
Not to say that sports induced is not severe, but it can be caused by waking up in the morning and just chilly day, and next thing you know,
Hmm.
you're acting and coughing, and so yeah, it was a struggle, still a struggle to this day. So
Right. Wow, dude. Like, dang, you got me right there. Now, now I gotta ask this question, man, because you ran in the Olympics. Okay. A lot of people don't know the backstory. Give me the backstory of how that transpired. I know you got qualified and then all of a sudden start running. Give our people the backstory of it.
the backstory, so it's like okay. So quick questions. So that's a broad question in itself. The
Yeah,
backstory, because
yeah.
in itself that's like an 8-year journey.
Okay,
Um,
okay, okay.
so the
So
backstory of like how to qualify for the Olympics, or the
no, give me
backstory of
the
like
backstory of, basically getting to the Olympics, training for the Olympics,
okay.
and and actually winning that gold medal, bro. Winning that gold medal. What was
So,
that feeling like?
the training up for it, it's a because it's only once every 4 years, right?
Uh-huh.
So I missed the team in 2012 by a spot. I made the final USA's. I missed the team by a spot, so that means I
Hmm.
had to still go through team processing. I had
Hmm.
to do everything like I'm going. You just
Hmm.
don't know because in case somebody gets hurt, like you're the next person up.
Right.
So you still have to do everything. That was probably one of the most depressing moments ever because you still have to. You see all the gear, what he's gonna get. Like you see
Hmm.
everybody take a picture. You know, like I'm not getting. I think I got a pair of glasses that I was supposed to get back, but I was just like,
Uh-huh.
I'm leaving here for something. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm leaving here for
So
something.
right.
Like, y'all ain't gonna play me like that. Y'all gonna miss these. I still have those glasses too. But
Wow.
I told you. But so that kicked it off. That was my junior year of college, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, never again. I was like, I got like, this is my goal. Like my goal before was to make it to college, and like as I was in the collegiate journey, I realized like I can do this at a elite level. Like I'm not
Hmm.
just in the college system. Like I could actually be in the mix, whatever that means,
Hmm.
right? And then my junior years when my coach and I sat down, we really took that training serious. Like everything was kind of planned out. In the sense, like my training was planned out for week blocks at a time. I started planning my recovery, planning
Hmm.
my meals. Like everything started to get like a schedule, like to the T.
Hmm.
That started the building process for the next 4 years, and just kind of plugging away at it, getting faster each year, getting better. I won USA's the year before,
Uh-huh.
2015. So that let me know, like, okay, like if there's a time, it's now. Like I'm in a good place physically, mentally in a good place. So like the next year, it was just more of like just being dialed in.
Okay.
But, a lot of people don't know I broke my arm that year in the fall.
Wow.
I broke my arm in
Wow.
the year.
Hmm.
And yeah, like casted it, like dumb story, but yeah, casted everything. Like I broke it. And so my training had to change, mind you, because I'm in this big old cast.
Hmm.
I wasn't lifting as much. I was trying to do body weight stuff. My running had changed a little bit.
Hmm.
So that was issue number one in training. And usually training is like, it's a ladder, right? Everything's built on the day before, on the week before, the month before. So if you have a hiccup in training, mentally and physically, it's just like, okay, it's downhill from here. Like you just start slipping. And so then I had plantar fascia in both my feet, which if you've never felt it, it feels like people are like stabbing the bottom of your foot with a knife, simply as you're walking around. This is all Olympic year. This is just like, I remember like I cried before the prelim started of the 400. Like the day before, like I legit, like I cried because I was just like, how I'm gonna make it? Like how am I gonna make it through this? Like feet are hurting. Like I didn't have the same training everybody else did here because I'm seeing people walking around knowing like, man, they had their set schedules and they stuck to it. Meanwhile, my schedule got broken up.
Yeah,
I know how I compete when my schedule's on, but this year it was different. So how's it gonna be? So I'm like, I'm scared. Like I'm like, this is one shot. This is my last shot, essentially. Like that's what I'm thinking. Like, this is it. If I don't make this, then what is it? So I cried. I remember I cried. Like I was just like, it was just tears of like almost defeat. Like I was almost defeated beforehand. Like what am I gonna do? And then they was just like, look, this is it. Like you know what I'm saying? You have one chance to do this. So it's time to just do it.
Go all in.
You know what I'm saying? Like what you're crying for, like you here, like do it. You know? And so it just made it through the round. So I qualified. The way it works is you have 3 rounds of USAs. It goes from 48 people down to 3. And it's like the top runners in the country. It's all based on time. And then out of those, we have 3 rounds. Every day is a different round. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the finals on Saturday, and you have to be top 3. So back to back rounds, and then the final round be top 3 or go. So
man, bro,
ended up getting third that race, which was. 1 year before I got third that race, which was I was just like I fell down on my knees. This is a picture of me just like looking up, like after the race, just like legit praising God, thanking God, like thank you, thank you. You have no idea. So yeah, I remember like yelling at the camera, like love my family, love my country. I'm going to Rio. I was just excited. I was just joy. Like I want everyone to experience something like that at least once. Like I can't even describe it. Just like that was 8-year process, right? 4-year process since I started. Finally, it was like it happened. Like it was amazing. And then it only coupled by actually making it to the games. Opening ceremonies was probably one of the best experiences. Because growing up as a kid, you get to watch it, you get to see all these stars, everybody out waving, like, and then I'm in it, and then people are texting me and stuff saying like, "Yo, we see you," and it's just like, oh my gosh, like I was like, again, like I'm just happy to be here. Like it was so real.
I gotta ask this question, man. How was that walk, man? Because I'll be looking at the walk. I'm like, yo, dude, like, I'm like, there's a whole lot of countries up in this joint, man, and it's a long walk.
The walkies, I'm not gonna lie, because they had us in some Sperry's. I love a good pair of Sperry's, but they're not the most comfortable shoes ever. We're walking for we're standing for a while. We're walking for like it's a long night. It's a long process. The actual walk itself is not the greatest because like we were walking like to the stadium for what feels like forever.
Yeah, that's the way it looked.
Yeah, it feels like forever. Once you're in the stadium, it's pretty cool because then you're just soaking in the moment. Like you're looking at the cameras, the crowd. So once you're in there, it's great. The walk to it, a little tedious, and then afterwards, I don't even know if they showed this or not, but afterwards, everyone's like swapping pins. We're taking pictures with each other. Like it's just one big like festival like in the middle, and it's amazing because, mind you, we're about to go compete. We're trying to go kill each other in the next couple of days, like But right then, everyone's just like, there's no stress in the room. Everyone's just having fun. We're swapping pins. We're taking pictures. Like we're just having a good time. And like before, like quiet before the storm, really. But it's a good feeling.
Man, dude. Hey, man. I commend you, dude. I commend you for going through the mental through that, man.
Mentally,
and then,
it's rough.
Yeah. Then coming out with that goal. Now let's talk a little bit about your nonprofit. What was your inspiration behind building your nonprofit, Healthy Kidz Club?
Yeah, so my sister Andrea is a pediatrician in Georgia. So she has a pediatrician office. This was this was like during COVID, towards the end of it. Sometime, I don't know, time kind of blurs during that period. But she was just seeing a lot of kids that didn't have programs anymore because things were getting canceled. And kids were just sitting at home. Parents were coming to her saying, like, what do we do? So we're like, we can fix it. Like she's a pediatrician. I'm a fitness coach and athlete. Like we can can figure out an issue to this problem. So we started Healthy Kidz Club, and essentially kids came in, they would get their vitals checked, do a BMI scan, just kind of see where they entered. Once again, they didn't have any weight loss goals or anything like that. We didn't want to say anything about losing weight. We were all focused on healthy lifestyle. Whatever happens with that happens, but we didn't want to say like, oh, this is what you weigh here. We want to see what you weigh afterwards. Like, we want to check how healthy you are right now. We want to check how healthy you are at the end, because we don't want to get them stuck in the head. Like, if you don't, like, oh, it's a failure. It's not a fail, you know. Like, if you didn't lose a pound or whatever it is, you still learn quality information to help life later on. So we really focused on the wording, how we worded it. But they did their vital scans. They would have a nutrition class once a week. We'd have somebody come in and teach them just healthy nutrition, different snack options they could do. And then I would come in twice a week and do a workout with them. So it would be some type of fun fitness workout. And we had amazing results. Well, again, we had the test coming out. Everyone had some type of improvement somewhere. Everyone loved it. Everyone enjoyed it. So I thought it was a success. So I thought it was great. And it, you know, it was a good service to the kids that were otherwise just sitting at home, you know, playing video games and just doing stuff that wasn't necessarily productive or active to a healthy lifestyle.
Hey, man, respect on that one. Cause man, oh man, dude, man, these kids need it, bro.
Yeah, no, it was rewarding for sure. It was a good program.
So let's talk about the transition now to becoming a professional rugby player. Yo, man, you got to give me some info on that, man. To, you know what I mean, a rugby player? Come on, man. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so, I mean, I've seen it being played before, and I just found it fascinating. You know, coming from a soccer, football background, rugby seemed pretty cool. Didn't know a thing about it before I started, I'm not going to lie. And so what happened, I wanted a break from track. I had dealt with some Achilles injuries, the plantar fascia, so I just mentally and physically needed a break from track. I was like, I can't keep going the way I'm going, or I'll end up hating the sport that I love.
Okay. So
I was like, I got to step back from it. And in doing that, I was like, but I'm still fit, I'm still fast, I'm still athletic. Like, I still want to do something, because we can only be an athlete for so long, right? And I don't want to hang it up and just do nothing just because like that sport didn't necessarily work. There's hundreds of sports out here. I can probably find something else to be able to compete at a high level. And I kind of fell upon rugby. It just kind of worked that way. And so I knew nothing about it. I didn't know how to get started. I didn't know anything. So I'm over here DMing pro teams. Like, I'm DMing professional teams like, hey, this is who I am. I want to play rugby. And they're like, okay, like, what are you doing? And then I guess one team, Atlanta Rattlers. I guess they saw like, oh, somebody double. Like, first they sent me messages like, yeah, we're a professional team, like, can't really help you, basically. Right. And then I guess somebody doubled back like, oh, like, I guess they looked at the profile like, he might be, we don't know, but he might be something. He might be serious, you know. So they sent me to their academy team. So I had never picked up a ball before. I didn't know the rules. I didn't know. I'm just out there like, all right, I'll figure it out. Like, it was a learn as you go. When I talk about, I didn't know a lick. I should have done more research. I was like, I'll figure it out on the go. Right. So I was just thrown in there. Mind you, this is a professional academy team. These are it's basically like playing semi-pro. There are players that are getting picked up and put down from the pro league. And I'm in the mix like, all right, y'all, like, I'm just happy to be here. And so that led to, I went to a couple combines that, once again, just research, just asking questions and be like, hey, because the worst I'm going to hear is no. Like, it's a no already. So I'm just asking questions. I ended up in a combine down in Florida. And I had really, really exceptional numbers with the combine, which I got invited to the professional league to compete there. And I did going on my third contract with them, PR7's league. I was with the Loonies for 2 seasons. Wow. So yeah, and that's a league that has like professional MLR Major League players. Now it has some retired All Blacks in there from New Zealand, and I'm months in there just like, all right, like, we in here. It has like USA Eagles that like on a USA team that like we're playing with them, playing against them, and I'm just in the mix, just happy to be there, right? So it was an amazing experience. Definitely learn on the go. I know my coaches were probably a little pissed because I was just all energy and no know-how that one point. Like I didn't know rugby had like plays and like set positions. I'm over here just they're like,
Right.
what are you doing? I'm ready to go. So
Yo, you done gave me some info, man, because you know I'm gonna tell you, man, like I didn't know they even had professional teams out here in the US, bro.
yeah,
Like
so
real talk.
they have
Wow.
professional. They have the MLR, which is professional 15s because of
Mm-hmm.
15 rugby and sevens. I played both. I played 15s and sevens. 15s is like the old school game, have bigger guys, a little slower paced.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have sevens, which is 7 on each side,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a little faster paced. It's a little more popular in America because it's a little quicker paced, a little faster. And there's
Yeah.
like 40-minute games, 2 7.5, so it's quick. You're in and you're out. But yeah, so there's the Premier Rugby Sevens tournament this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out. It's fast games, high paced, good hits. So yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, there is professional rugby in America, believe it or not.
Jojo, that's crazy, man. You know what? I need to do more Googling because I'm telling
Hey,
you, bro. I mean, listen, man, I'm like, all right. And then the fact that you said they got plays, because every time I look up, the ball is getting dropped, somebody picking it up, somebody getting tackled. Like,
yeah, that's what I thought. Like
yeah,
I thought it was organized chaos, but
right.
apparently there's like some structure to it. So I was like, oh, my bad, y'all. Like I'm just.
Wow. Hey, message, y'all. There y'all go. Message. All right, man. So let's dive into this mental health thing, man, because you know, we don't rarely talk about that when it comes down to athletes, right? And the things that y'all go through. Let's talk about that a little bit. You know, you being, you know, the Olympic track star and going through the processing and you know, because you said a couple of times that, you know, you messed up your you know, you messed up your hand, you know, your foot and stuff like that. What are some of the things that we don't know as us looking at y'all like y'all go through, man? Because you know, we don't talk about that. Like now you retired basically, and what is like the transition for it?
Well, I mean, what people don't understand if you have mountains, you're gonna have valleys, right? So if you have a really high mountain, so example like athletes that have been to the Olympics or been to the like Super Bowl or whatever it may be, you're gonna have a valley that's just as deep, right? So that means at some point they're gonna have a low that's really low. And for me, that was not necessarily injuries because I knew the injuries I could come back because they weren't like career ending. They were frustrating, the timing wise, but I knew that the foot was a little more serious. Well, it was a lot serious, but I knew once again it wasn't like I knew I could come back from that. There were things I could do for that, exercises. So as long as there was a plan, I feel like that helped me mentally. Like, okay, let me just keep working at it, keep getting better, and that kind of helped me be focused.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other side is like the year and a half after the Olympics, right? Is you reach this point where I thought was never possible, which was the Olympics for me, right? I
Mm-hmm.
went from not being able to, supposed to be able to play sports, to now living out this impossible dream. Because I mean, for some, like, that's what I felt for me,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so after that, you're kind of left with, well, what now? And so I went from doing like interviews and getting escorted here and people you're on top of the world, doing running well, and the next season like I had injuries, I had relationship problems, I had coaching issues. Like it was like a 180, like a
Wow.
complete 180. Like nobody knew, like friends didn't know. Like it got to the point that one day, like I just remember hadn't been outside. I'm not gonna say I was depressed because I'm not a doctor. I'm not gonna clinically, prescribe myself. But
Right.
I just remember being like, I hadn't been outside for days. I was just sitting in the closet, just crying, like I don't know what to do. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Is like because everyone's telling me like we'll be fine, go run fast, be happy. Like it's like what do you do? Like how do you pull yourself out of this? Like how do you come back from this ledge that you're standing on? Because again, like you're living your dream and now your dream's over. So what are you here for? Like that's how I
Mm-hmm.
felt at one point. Like I don't got shit else, man. Excuse my language. I don't have nothing else for y'all.
Damn, bro.
I don't know what y'all want from me because what they wanted, like my whole identity was track,
Right.
was Olympics, was, and I felt like I didn't have it anymore. So it's like I couldn't tell you. You asked me who it was, I couldn't tell you because I'm not that stuff anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know, man. Like I'm just here. Mind you, everyone loves you when you're on top. People call me
Yeah.
like, hey, big bro, man, we want you to do this. This family loves like, oh, phone ringing off the hook, right? Like always, like phone buzzing. You feeling good? Feeling
Right.
great. Times running fast. Agents calling you, getting picked up and jagged. Like feeling good. And then what people don't see is like if after you see all this, like it's fun, but at the same time, if you don't see anymore, how's that athlete doing? What are they doing?
Yeah.
Right? Who
Yeah.
did you call them? Are you still calling them? Just because you don't see them out and about and on TV, like, oh, like they're fine. Like, are they fine? You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see them, but is there a reason? And my best friend Adrian Vaughn, like he saved me that day. He saved me because he just called like happy, talking about dumb stuff. Like I can't tell you what he was talking about that day. But that call, like it did a lot for me that day, and it made me realize that it made me dig into so there's still more left, right? I had the mindset like you don't want to turn the game off right before you win it, right? Because none of us knows what's planned ahead of us. None of us really know what's going on. So if I'm playing this game called life, and I get tired of it because it gets hard, and I turn the game off right before I beat the level, I feel like whatever is after this, I'm gonna be real upset. Like, man, you were 6 months away from being a bajillionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know, right? Not to get real deep on y'all. I'm sorry, but like, you don't know.
No, like
So
it's real talk.
that kept me going. Is like the hope of there's always more, or the hope of like you have no idea what's left, so keep playing. Right? It's been good so far. Games get hard, books get hard. Like if you're the hero in your own story, heroes have bad days. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they fight forward, and there's always some type of happy ending, right? So fight for your happy ending. You gotta fight for it. It's not gonna come easy. Your happy ending is not gonna be handed to you, right?
Yep.
The finish line, the gold medals, nothing is gonna be handed to you. So I had to fight for my happiness the same way I fought for like my position on the team, same way I fought for my grades, same way I fought for. Like, I had to fight for that happiness, and so that was a lot of like introspection, a lot of just.
Wow, bro.
I'm talking and walking and thinking and a lot of work.
Dude, like I man, listen, bro. Like that's deep because we really don't know. We really don't know, you know what I mean, what goes on at the athlete, was on top, and then next thing you know, he's not there no more. And we really like sit back and be like, yo, what happened to this athlete like 3 years ago? No one don't know. You know what I mean? And then next thing you know, 2, 3 years later, he or she passed away. And everybody's like, because they was depressed. You sitting back like, what? You know what I mean? So
Everyone's super surprised, like, oh, we had no idea. And it's like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But it's like, why do you have no idea? Maybe the phone stopped calling. So like that's a challenge to everybody. Like my whole family, like just pick up and call more. We get real caught up in like a whole text, or like we think that since we view someone's story, like, oh, they saw me view their story, so they know I checked in.
right.
I don't know who the hell look at my story. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Check in.
I don't know if you checked in on me, so like it takes 5 seconds to pick up a phone because at least I see you call, right? It gives me the option to pick up a hey, I'm busy, or hey, appreciate the call. Like you hear a voice and you have a connection. I feel like we lose that a lot now with just being so busy and trying to do so much. So just getting back to just checking on people does a lot.
Facts, bro. Facts, man. Hey, man. Like we speaking volume right there, man. Because that's what we need to do a whole lot. You know what I mean? Just check up on people just to say what's up, what's
Yeah,
going on.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And I appreciate you definitely, talking a little bit about that, in your backstory. And I hope people get a whole lot out of it because at the end of the day, we look at y'all as like, top tier, right? And then next thing you know, we don't hear from y'all. It's like y'all the forgotten.
Yeah.
Basically, like y'all have forgotten. Like, yo, remember the track star? Yeah. Now you're like, oh, what's going on with him? Well, don't know. You know what I mean? He ain't on TV no more. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Yeah, man. And that's not talked about a lot, especially when it comes down to the athletes, man. Because y'all go through a brutal things, you know what I mean? As far as waking up, as far as exercising, as far as going to a routine, eating, everything else. And then once that routine is done, it's like, what else to do now?
The routine is actually probably one of the easiest parts because you just get used to it. It's like it's the pressure you put on yourself with the outside pressure from people, especially the higher you get, the more pressure there is. So yeah, it's just the outside expectations, the inside internal expectations you have for your own career, for your own success. But like the biggest thing is like finding like that outside outlet which I didn't have for a while, but finding finding those hobbies and like finding those things you like to do outside of whether it be work or school or your sport, but finding that other outlet so you can pour whatever that is into. Because then if you have a bad, let's say if all you're focused on is track and I've had a bad day at the track, now my life is bad. Versus if I have other outlets to pour into, I just have a bad day at the track, and when I leave the track, that's that. I can go be with my dog, I can go collect my stamps, I can go, whatever my hobby is, I can go do that, go cook, go be involved in the community, go do something else, versus being like one track minded and being stuck in this. Because then that's a bad day. Now your world's bad until you fix whatever this is, which could be it could be years, it could be months, you don't know, but you don't want to have whatever this entity, whether it be work, school, relationship, whatever that is, be able to control your entire emotional set and what are you doing every day.
Well, I got a question. Do you think that the Olympic Committee and members of the Olympic Committee need to, definitely have like some programs for the track and field for the people that's in track, the people that's in, that kind of stuff, the track and field, and have something for them once they are gone, because you never hear about it. Like I know the NFL got a little bit of something, the
Yeah,
NBA sometimes got something, so you know.
you don't. I challenge USA Track and Field and the Olympic Committee to have something for those athletes. Mind you, we're people that make it to the Olympic team, make it to that level are percent over percent, right? You're not dealing with a whole lot of people. You're only
Right.
dealing with people that make it every 4 years, and then it's three in each event.
Mm-hmm.
You're dealing with a minute amount of people. So you're telling me there's no program set up for after they have served their country, benefited y'all institutions, both of y'all have gotten marketing money. Mind you, we don't get paid for the Olympics. You
What?
know,
Hold up. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bro.
We get so we there's don't before people call online, you get money for a medal. I did get money for the gold medal from the Olympic Committee. I
Okay.
feel like somebody pays it off. But
Right.
if you don't medal, mind you made it all the way to the Olympics, it's free. They're making billions of dollars of ad revenue, off of merchandise, off of our names, our likeness, our faces. We don't get paid for that. Mind you, you know how nice it'd be to just get a nice little, hey, here's whatever XYZ Olympic bonus. That'd be amazing because once again, you make the Olympic team for your country.
Right.
But at the same time, the second you don't make it, like you're out of there. Like, okay, nah, you done, son. Oh, you blew up your Achilles running for us? Oh, well, somebody else wants your spot, so we're gonna give it to them now. It's like, whoa, there's more for all of us. No. You're done. It's like, yo, and it's like, oh, well, you're retired. You don't know what to do. Okay, like where are the programs? So like, all right, even while you're in it, there should be programs involved where you have progress towards a profession outside of your professional track career.
Right.
It shouldn't be that hard. Hey, David, quick, where are you at on your exterior businesses? Oh, I'm right here. Nice. How can we help? Right? Do you need a track in this community? Let's make some calls because now we have USATF backing me. It's not just some random David calling. It's David Verburg on behalf of USA Track and Field.
Right.
Can I use track facility to open up my speed camp instead of me trying to hop fences and act like I'm some stranger trying to break into a fence. Man, I'm I'm an Olympian trying to use your facilities to educate students, athletes, and you getting run off. So if there was some kind of more community connection with USA Track and Field, just helping guide the athletes outside of track, and even if it's not like even sprint programs, even if you want to do something else professionally, hey, we understand. Here's some grad schools you can do online. Boom, here you go. Like, here you go. You retired. You need a job. Where you at? You're in Houston. Okay, Dave. What was your degree in? Sports management. Cool. You know what? We're gonna call Houston Rockets for you and see if they have any positions for you. So you're not calling in at a junior level because you don't have any experience. Why? Because you've been competing in the Olympics for the last, trying to make the Olympics for the last 4 years. So of course you don't have any experience. But guess what? We're gonna call on your behalf. Help y'all out, help you get that jump ahead so your resume is just not lost in the shuffle with no experience at the bottom. Right. Now, how easy that'd be? They don't do that.
Dude, that's crazy.
And I pulled that out you know what I'm saying? Like, I've thought of these before, but that's easy to do. And the amount of money it would put to make this program happen is nothing. But meanwhile, the CEO of USA Track and Field get paid $3 million a year. So
That is, yo, man.
Yeah.
Listen, never knew nothing about that, right? And now you done gave me insight, man. Like real talk, man. Like we gotta fight for that, seriously, man. Cause y'all should be having different programs for real. And then you, man, if you don't get no medal,
Yeah, if you don't medal, like, because in the Open 400, I made the semifinals.
hmm,
Mind you, semifinals Olympics, still not a bad accomplishment.
right,
If I had just done that, nothing, not a pet, nothing. The gear you walk away with, you know what I'm saying? The gear they give you, that's it.
dude, you train all your life,
Mm-hmm.
and you gotta, damn,
Mind you, these you see commercials, you see
yeah,
ads, you see yada yada. You don't see that money. Nah, somebody sees it, not us though. Like you have to you have to like know how to make it work. Like that Olympic title and medal, whatever you get, you have to make that work for you. However you can shape it outside of that. There's no assistance or really pathway for you outside of this. It's like, all right, well, here's your title, do what you will with it. But there's no, it's not like you're a doctor now where you can use it. It's like,
right,
all right, well, what do I do with this Olympic title that I can now use in my signature? But what is it? What is it? What is it for? Like, what does
right.
this mean? Nothing. If there's no like guidance behind it, like there's no support behind it, it kind of means nothing at this point.
Damn, bro. Like, thank you for giving me insight. Thank you for giving our audience insight. Because yo, like dude, I didn't know. I was like, yo, everybody in that joint getting paid. Everybody. I mean, you just made it. I see y'all with the nice bags. I'm like, yo, they got a bag. You know what I mean? Like
Uh,
listen, they the best of the best in the country. They got that bag.
yeah, you
Man,
think, but no.
yeah, you sure enough got the bag. Coming fourth place, you got the bag. Got
Yep.
that bag that you walked in with. Man.
Exactly. Get that shoestring bag you get for
Right, right. Oh man. So let's talk about what is going on with you for 2023, man. What's new? What you
what's
got
cool.
planned?
Everything and anything, man. I'm always busy, but so I have a jewelry shop here in Houston, so I'm working on kind of expanding that, doing more pieces for people. I have a speed tour, so I'm a speed consultant, help people with their form, help get better with their running essentially. So I'm working on doing some camps in Houston area, and then DC, Atlanta. I'm just kind of make sure I move around the country with that. That's the plan this year. And then I do corporate training. So
Hmm.
corporations come to me. I do a chat, just talking about how high level athletics and high stress corporate positions are honestly one and the same. You know, your high stress, high intense situations
Hmm.
are just a little more physical, a little more mental. But the mental stress, a lot of time you see merges in the middle. So I just teach ways to handle that, some visualization techniques,
Hmm.
kind of just prepare you for the next day, and then I kind of build their fitness programs,
Hmm.
whether that be like virtually or I come in and I do the running program stuff like that. So just once again building that, I want to take that global because why not? And
Yeah.
yeah, that's the plan for now. I'm still training. For
Hmm.
what, who knows? I'm getting ready for some road races. I want to get
Okay.
more into to some long distance road races. It look like a lot of fun.
Hmm.
So doing more of that, trying to see what comes of that, and yeah, just living life, man. Just happy to be here.
Oh man, listen, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. You gave me a whole lot of insight, not only with the mental health thing, but with everything, man. The Olympics and the training that y'all go through and the stuff that happens, man. And I definitely appreciate that, man. Definitely appreciate that.
No, thank you
So
for
be,
having me, man.
oh man, listen, man, this was a pleasure, bro. This was a pleasure right here. You know what I mean? So give everybody your IGs or websites and where they
Yeah.
can find you at.
So my IG is Adiverb, ADIVERB. That's the same for everything. It's Twitter, Instagram. I don't have a tickety talk, not yet. I haven't committed. If you're into jewelry, I have Burko Jewelry. If you're the personal training, it's Adiverb Performance. So yeah, and if you have any questions just about running techniques, life, whatever I can answer, please feel free to. I try to answer DMs as best as possible. But yeah, now I'm always an open book.
Oh man, listen, man, I definitely appreciate you. Like we always say here, man, welcome to the family because you is part of the family. Shout out to your publicist because she is part of the family too.
Nah,
So,
she's great, man.
dude,
Thank you.
man,
Thank
listen,
you.
man,
Well,
she
I'm
bring them
happy
in,
about
bro.
it.
Yeah, man. So listen, man, give us some, you know what I mean? Definitely give us some updates when you start doing a couple of things, especially in the DC area. You know what I mean? Definitely shout us out a little bit. You
Oh,
know what
for
I mean?
sure. I'd
Try
love
to
to.
get you down to Philadelphia area too, because
I
Philly
have a dad that lives in Pennsylvania somewhere. Like
yeah,
I know where he is, but he lives in Spring, Pennsylvania.
Oh, dude, I don't know where that's at, bro.
He Amish country. Like when I say
Yeah.
Amish country, like
Oh
horses and
man.
buggy. Yeah.
Listen, man, Amish country like Lancaster and all them joints up there, bro. Yep.
I'm,
Shipping bird
he
is
got
where
great
they.
honey butter though. Apple butter,
Yeah.
honey, maple syrup. Hey, I come home feeling good.
Listen, man, I don't know what kind of seasoning, I don't know what kind of ingredients, but them Amish folks, bro, man, listen, man,
hey, you ain't lie.
addictive,
They can
addictive.
bake. They can cook some food now.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a tar fact. Shout out to them because they need to give me the secret or something, man. Because
Hey,
man, listen.
it's something, man. It's something.
Well, yo, man, I definitely appreciate you joining us here on the show, man. Welcome to the family, man. We appreciate you, man. And anything you need, we here. So just give us a shout out or whatever. You know what I mean? And definitely hit us up, man. You know, cause we here. We here.
I
You
will
know.
for sure. No, thank you once again. It's a pleasure being here, and I'm always part of the family. Thank you.
Oh man, appreciate you, man. All right, man. Woo, good show, y'all. Good show. Listen, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and follow him on all social media platforms, man. Check him out, y'all. He doing big things. And if y'all got a track team, y'all know any track teams out there, you know what I mean, that need help, high school, middle school, hit him up. Like you said, hit him up. DM, hit him up, man. And he'll definitely make it happen, man. OT vouch for it. He gonna definitely make it happen. So listen, holla at him. All right. Listen, man, I love y'all. Enjoy your weekend. And like I always say, if someone asks you how you doing, you tell them you're doing better than yesterday. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all be good. Thank you for watching. And hey, man, enjoy this beautiful weekend. Don't get too drunk out there, y'all, because I understand the sequel to Maya, but you know what I mean? Has a designated person. Please, please, y'all. That's all I'm asking. Just have a designated person. But go ahead and drink all the margaritas that they still don't have on sale. Y'all still getting it at the same price, but y'all think y'all getting it low. It's still at the same price. I'm just schooling y'all to the market. That's all. But all right, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for watching, and I'll holler at y'all again on Tuesday. All right, y'all. Peace.